Alright, and welcome back. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks, and I slur my words as we roll into this. That's a good sign. Yeah, if you're watching the video show, that yawn says it all. Bob just yawned. I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm like, Jamie's on the couch. Oh yeah, I'm here with Bobby. It's just us. Jamie's on the couch over there.
I was actually asleep on the couch when you came home.
We were literally just talking that it's the longest fucking week ever right now.
So I actually didn't chime in then, but I guess I'll chime in now. That's only because you guys didn't work a full week last week.
I didn't work at all really last week.
Yeah.
I worked a half day on Monday and that was it.
I actually thought the first 2 days have gone by pretty good.
I just like, I don't know, man. So we're recording this earlier than normal. This is Thursday's show. We're doing this on a Tuesday night. And all day today I thought it was fucking Wednesday. I was like, oh, this day sucks, but at least it's Wednesday. Like, oh wait, it's not, it's Tuesday. That makes it suck even more. Yesterday, I had a nice, easy fucking re-entry Monday into work. I had 3 appointments scheduled for yesterday. All 3 of them canceled and rescheduled for today. So I literally did not do one thing yesterday. I got my windshield replaced in my car and I did some dumb shit in the office, but like I literally just hung out for the day pretty much in the office outside of doing like dumb shit. So it was a nice, easy, like I said, re-entry, back from vacation, whatever. But man, that made for a really fucking long day today. I did not want to do anything. Also, I haven't fucking slept. I haven't had a good night's sleep in over a week.
I had a great night's sleep this morning, seeing as though I woke up for my 6:15 session at 6:20.
Yeah, I said that to Jamie when I was at the gym. I was like, I think Bob was late for work today. My alarm went off at 6:15 so I could go to the gym, and I got up and I'm like getting dressed and getting my shit together, throwing it all in my bag, and I heard your AC was still on, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I feel like he's usually up earlier than me on Tuesdays. Usually Wednesday's the day that I, sleep in a little bit. And then all of a sudden I hear your AC turn off, I hear you rustling around, and you just fucking zip out the door, come back, brush your teeth, and then you're just gone. And I was like, whoa, he was definitely late for something.
Yeah, so my alarm is set Tuesday, Thursday, 5:20.
Yep.
I shut it off last week for the 4th of July.
Oh, shit.
Which is funny because it piggybacks. So Monday, I must have woke up in my bed like 3:30 or something, and just rolled over until my alarm went off at 5.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I did look at my phone at one point and it was 4:45 for a 5 a.m. alarm.
Solid.
Yeah, so it's, that, everyone knows that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So this morning was, you're not gonna fool me this time. And then I looked, I'm like, wait a minute, it's like light out. And I'm like, oh shit, Thursday's alarm. Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
I get you.
I
had a feeling that was what was going on.
Yeah, it really only knocked us off 15 minutes.
Yeah. So it's not awful.
No, but then it was like I had to sneak back here and sneak over to Dunkin' Donuts in between like one group ending and one client starting.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fucked me up.
Yeah. That sucks. But yeah, I can feel, I don't want to sound like a fucking loser, but I spent fucking all this time in the fitness industry, and both my degrees are in that, so whatever. You want to make fun of me, go fuck yourself. But like,
I typically do make fun of you.
I feel like I'm pretty in tune with my body, and like I know when something's not right and when things are off. Like I know, like I can just feel like, okay, my body's trying to tell me something. I typically just ignore it and be like, I don't know, whatever, it'll probably go away. But like yesterday and today, like I there's something going on. Like I'm like on the brink of like some sort of fucking, something's gonna break soon.
How about it's just your body flipping you off for basically going on a week long?
No, that's exactly what it is. I know that's what it is. And it's also just the cumulative effect of not sleeping. Because typically I take pretty good care of myself. Like I sleep, depending on the day, somewhere between 7 and 9 hours a night. I go to the gym minimum once a day, usually twice a day. Like I eat pretty well. Like I take good care of myself. And then just that whole week last week, just like throwing everything away. It's like my mental state isn't there. Like I feel less good. You know, like I'm typically like, yeah, I'm that fucking asshole. Like I'm bouncing around and saying dumb shit and whatever. And like the last 2 days, even at work, I'm just like kind of sitting there. You know, like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Does anybody want a coffee? Instead of being like, yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Like, you guys want some coffee? Like, anyone want to come for a ride? And like, I just don't have it. And I think that's what it is. And I think I need to just, I'm thinking right as I go through this, I think I need to probably not go to the gym tomorrow morning at 6 and probably just sleep a little extra.
Have you thought about just sacking out and pulling it together?
Well, yeah.
No, also, trust me, I'm someone who can't get it going ever. So that therefore it sets the expectation
Right.
that when I don't have it going, it's just like, oh, that's just normal.
Yeah.
So you can never get too high and too low. You get too high, too low, people start expecting shit from you.
Yeah.
But then if you hit them with the high,
They get all fucked up.
yeah, then they think it's like, oh wow, it's so weird. Must be on crack. Yep, I'm on crack.
Yep.
But like super, super low is just quiet, so I don't know, no harm, no foul there.
Right.
Just quiet.
Yeah. But that's what I was trying to get at is like I know that something is off right now. I don't know. Obviously, I can't fucking tell like hormone levels and fucking blood work and shit like that. You don't know that without it actually getting done.
You also don't need to know that. I already diagnosed you.
Right.
You've been.
Yeah. No, I know.
Sure.
That's what it is. But you understand this. You fucking have the same degrees that I do. Like when you do that for a week, like your body gets fucked up. Like you don't produce the right hormones in the right amounts, and things get out of whack, and shit's fucked up, and like that's what happens. And that's where I'm at right now. So that's why I just decided, as I was speaking, that I'm gonna skip the gym in the morning. I'm gonna sleep in.
Do other people get the hangover anxiety?
Yes.
Like, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Or did we create that amongst our group?
I was gonna say we have a very good friend who has the worst fucking hangover anxiety.
But I was gonna say, because I didn't spend much time hungover, and like, thank God.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have shot myself on Monday.
Yeah.
Had I been on a 3 to 5 day bender.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just with that, just that.
Good thing
like,
you don't know the combination to my safe.
Yeah. I'll get it from you.
Yeah.
Don't
At
you
some
worry.
point.
Don't you worry.
Or if you can find where I hid the keys.
Don't you worry.
Yeah.
It's alright, you'll probably be gone gallivanting, doing something pretty soon. And I'll just be here. Rummaging through everything.
Yeah, I was just gonna text, found the keys.
Dude, just get a Snapchat of the gun in my mouth.
Wherever I am, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, guys, I gotta go. I gotta call 24-hour cleanup on my way home.
24 trauma.
Yeah.
No free ads, but hey, still looking for sponsors.
Yeah, yeah, this is true. But yeah, so that was that. That's my whole mental thing. But the other thing that sucked about work today, outside of it being work, was the Wi-Fi was down today in the office, which apparently it was like a Worcester thing because the one of the hospitals in Worcester also was having trouble with their Wi-Fi, so I guess it wasn't just us, but so apparently it made the news. But either way, I never realized how useless we are as people without internet now.
Yeah. We honestly can't do anything.
We rely 100% on internet to do anything and everything outside of like our actual jobs of like visiting with children and like doing things. You know, like all the paperwork, any emails I need to send, any of our like, we have this I don't know, let's call it a database. We have this internal database that we keep. Like we also use like Google Drive for stuff. Like all of that requires the internet. So with no internet today, I was literally twiddling my thumbs. We couldn't even print because the printer is wireless. So
Could have went to Target and bought a cable.
no, there's no hookup. I looked around the entire printer, and there was nowhere to plug in a USB. And
Oh, you got a printer cable. It looks
no,
like
it wasn't one of those.
it looks like a mix between a USB and a phone line.
No, we don't have. We have like a giant office like printer, faxer, scanner.
Yeah.
The thing is almost as big as I am.
Yeah,
It's
what a
huge.
real company.
So it's not that big.
Yeah.
I don't know. We went a week without phone or internet when we moved.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah. Like you can't get shit done.
Well, no, because it's like it's one of those things like, oh, we're too reliant on the internet. Well, yeah, we are because our software
Right.
is an online software.
Yes.
I don't know what to do about that.
Everything we use is internet based.
Yeah. It's like it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm trying to be entertained, and it's like, oh, how do I be entertained without the internet? It's like, fine, okay.
Yeah.
That,
Like-
not literally.
It's like no, like I can't write my reports or write my notes because I can't connect to the server for our database because there's no internet to connect. You're like, it's like what the fuck? What are we doing here? So the office emptied out by like fucking 10:30. Everyone was like, fuck this. They all went to like various different coffee shops all in Worcester, or just went home probably. So more likely that they just went home because they lived there. I know. But it just kind of like made me think that like, wow, this is crazy. And like I tried a bunch of shit and like I got it back actually for a little bit. I did the old tried and true, unplug it, wait a minute, plug it back in, and then the Wi-Fi came back for like an hour, and then it went out again.
Well, the other thing with most Wi-Fi problems is everyone wants to get something done, like when they're doing it, but most Wi-Fi problems, you just gotta wait, but no one's patient.
No.
So that's the problem. No one has any patience. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, what I did. So what I did when ours was out at work is I was using a pen and paper. I don't know if people still use those anymore.
Yeah.
So I was using those and I was just writing down who was in the class, who I needed to check in on,
Right.
who owed me money, who gave me money, how did they pay, and I just went home and just put everything in.
Right. Creates a little bit more work, but like whatever.
Not really.
Yeah. Well, because you have to write it down and then you have to type it instead of just typing.
If you're gonna tell me that writing stuff on a piece of paper is work, or
No,
effort,
what
or
I'm
time
saying,
consuming,
what I'm saying, by definition, it consumes time. It takes a certain amount of time to write something.
yeah, but you're just
You're
trading.
not,
You're
you're
just
not the fucking
trading.
Flash.
I'm just trading time staring at the wall thinking about the news versus writing stuff on a piece of paper.
No, that's fair, but it still takes time.
No, it trades time.
Whatever, I don't care. I sure.
No, because you know what? Because I got no time for people to be like, that takes too much time.
I got no time to
It
waste.
takes too much time to write something down. Sup, Derek?
I don't have Wi-Fi
Hashtag
all-
IronRX, sup,
Sup,
Derek.
Derek?
I don't have Wi-Fi all day.
But
Yeah, well, I mean, you're in the truck all day.
Big reader.
You keep things flowing, you know. Jamie's, what is that? Is that a hummus thing? Hummus and pretzels?
Darn.
Sabra, a little hummus pack?
Like a shout out on stop room.
dude, I could fuck it. So for dinner, I ate half a cup of rice, a pork chop, 3 eggs. I had some chickpeas. I had a pita with peanut butter, and I could still fucking probably eat that twice more.
And you still are, what, 156 pounds?
Under 160.
Nice. Nice. Must be fucking nice. I think about eating and I fucking get to be 200.
I mean, I did go to the golf course today. I don't know, man. I mean, dude, I especially in the summer, I do not stop moving.
But yeah, that's the other thing too. You stand all day at work.
Yeah,
You're always
I don't.
moving around.
I do not stop.
When I was actually in the fitness industry, like that shit adds up. Like when you're standing, walking around from 5 a.m. until 7 or 8 p.m., like that's that adds up. Like, you're doing shit. Like, that, you're burning calories. You're not sitting at a desk for 7 hours. You're walking around the gym for 12.
Yeah, and I would say during the year is a little different. During the summer, it's like I go straight through from today was 6:30, but 6:15 to noon.
Yeah.
Then I sit down and do some stuff, and then sometimes it's afternoon again. Or today I went to the golf course, and then after I played 9, I went and putted for a while. So I was almost like 6:30 to 6:30 of just
moving. Like, doing stuff.
Especially because today it's like I didn't sit around and fuck around too much because I forgot all my shit. So
Right.
didn't wake up in time to remember my shit.
Right. That's always the best. You wake up in like a fucking panic. That's
I
literally
actually-
the worst way to start your day.
I actually almost woke up in such a panic that I almost didn't have time to panic. Like, before I knew it, I was out the door.
Yeah, no,
And
you were so fucking quick.
And like with this poison ivy,
Yeah.
like so there was a huge blister on my shin.
Yeah.
I fucking kicked that open when I was putting my shoes on.
Nice.
That sucked.
Nice.
So it's like I got fucking blister juice all over my leg. I barely brushed my teeth. Didn't have any coffee. I knew I didn't have the stuff I needed to bring to work, so I'm like, fuck, when the fuck am I gonna get back here?
Yeah. That's great.
It's awesome. That's why sometimes I just let my alarms go, like even when I don't have to get up.
Yeah.
Like I'll just leave them on because it's like, oh, what if I forget to put it back on?
Right.
So like when we go to the Cape, my alarms will probably be going off. But at that point, it's either I sleep directly through them,
Right.
or I just get rid of them as
Right.
fast as possible.
Yeah. That's true.
There's,
Or you just don't sleep yet by the time they go off.
that has happened. That happened last year.
Your 5:30 alarm goes off and we're still drinking.
Yeah. I've had alarms go off when I was still awake.
Yeah. Jesus. That's we're officially 1 month away
Yep.
from mancation.
I'm gonna try to get us access to a fancy golf course.
Sweet. That's gonna
New Seabury is in Mashpee,
okay.
and I think the pro at Sharon right now, I think he used to work there, so we might have a connect.
Oh, sweet.
But the only thing is, with that, sometimes those hookups, he might only set it up for me, so I gotta talk to him and figure it out.
Yeah.
But I also gotta play Hyannis, so. But I have club championship qualifying on Saturday.
Oh.
So the way Sharon does their club championship, so I've played at Harmon in their club championship. I've done it twice. I think I skipped it 1 year. I don't know how I was eligible. Oh, I was definitely eligible for 3. Yeah, I did 2 of 3. And it was just 2 days of stroke play. And I knew I didn't have a chance. So now, the way Sharon does it is 1 day is stroke play and it's qualifying. And the top 8 move on and play Sunday, which is match play.
Okay.
If you win your match on Sunday, you play the following Saturday, which is the semis.
Yeah.
If you win in the semis, you play the finals, which is Sunday. So we'll go Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right. Okay.
Assuming you get in the top 8 and assuming you move on.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not playing it, but if I can actually get my shit together, actually I played okay today, but if I can get my shit together, I actually have a chance. But if I don't have my shit together, I definitely do not have a chance. But like it won't even take, like it won't, like when I do some of the other qualifying events, it'll take like, if I play my best, I have a chance. This is if I play my best, no one's beating me.
Yeah.
So I have a realistic chance. It's just I will not do well if I can't get away with playing like shit.
Right.
So it's not
Well,
not that level of, it's not that lack of competition.
I would hope that in a club championship, regardless of where you're at, that's what it is. Like,
Well, the other thing was,
if you play like shit, you're not gonna move on.
Well,
Otherwise, like.
no, like what I really meant was like sometimes like because playing like shit's obviously all relative.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you can sneak away, and it's like, you know, if you maybe don't have it, but you time out your match play,
Yeah.
you can kind of get away with it. Where it's like, wow, I made 4 doubles, but they matched up against someone else's birdies, so I was gonna probably lose the hole anyway.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, well they also made 4 bogeys, matched up to my pars and birdies, so it's almost like
Right.
I made 4 doubles and it didn't matter. So it's like that's how match play can kind of
Yeah.
sneak that out.
Yeah, that's true.
But like when I played in the club championship at Harvard, I never had a chance because the people at the top were just too good.
Yeah.
So I think I know who's gonna win this year, and I don't think.
It's my buddy Sean.
No, but I'm playing with him on Saturday.
Oh, great.
Me, James, your buddy Sean, and then this kid Pat.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Good luck, Sonny.
So
Yeah, fuck you.
That's
pal.
like the people are actually like talking about that. Like, oh, we hear you guys are qualifying on Saturday because it's like the 4 of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you guys the group of death?
it's not. Well, I mean, we're just going up. It's not like the group of death. Like one of us has to. Or we don't have to get away from each other.
Right.
But
But I mean, you and James are clearly.
this kid Pat.
Yeah,
This kid.
top.
I think this kid Pat's gonna win
Yeah.
because he's playing like unbelievable right now. He's taken a bunch of money from me lately too.
So I mean, your group sounds like you guys are.
So the 4 of us that we're playing with are 4 of the heavy hitters
yeah,
in the group.
because Sean was good.
Sean is good.
As much as I wanted to fucking kick him in the ball sack,
Yeah.
or he played fine.
He doesn't miss fairways.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, just hit him straight. Fuck you.
yeah. So I think for the championship flight, it's like 10 to 12 guys.
Fairways and greens. Fairways and greens.
Well, he's a
Shut
family
the
guy.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, Sonny.
He's actually a relative hockey guy.
Shut my fucking foot where the sun don't shine. Fucking guy. Call me Sonny one more time. Prick.
He's actually funny.
Whatever. Don't care.
Fucking lost money to him too.
I was having a bad day. I didn't want to fucking hear it from him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's his weekend. That should be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be good.
No, honestly, it's like if I.
What do you have to shoot? What do you expect that you would need to shoot in order to win?
Honestly, if I'm under, if I'm like 82 or below, it really shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Because I think it's only 10 or 12.
What are they?
People need
is
to
that
get in the top
72?
eight.
Yeah, 72. Yeah.
So there's really only going to be like 10 or 12 guys getting into the top 8.
Okay.
I think that's what kind of James sort of told me. Because I don't know who any of these guys are. And like I met some people, but I don't know who's in the championship flight, and it's a little bit of like, yeah, it's probably 0 to 8 handicaps, but some people will be in the championship flight. So whatever.
With your luck, you'll qualify, and then on Sunday you'll have to play Pat.
Yeah, I'll have to play Pat round 1.
That's exactly how it's gonna go.
It will, cause it'll be something like I'll qualify 5th, but he played like shit and qualified 4th.
Yeah.
And then puts it together on Sunday.
That's gonna be exactly it.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Well, battle of the lefties. I don't know if people are gonna be betting on the matches though. Like they do some like it's called parimutuel betting.
Like side bet, like people that aren't in it.
Yeah.
Bet. Oh, that's
They
fucking
do
awesome.
they do some they call it parimutuel betting. So it's like
Golfers are such degenerates.
such degenerates.
It's insane.
So there's a couple tournaments where parimutuel betting's actually encouraged. So there's people who participate in the tournaments and they don't even swing a golf club. So you make your teams,
Yeah.
and then they announce what the teams are,
Mhm.
and it's usually James's team usually gets whatever.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take they take all the money that's in, like everyone bet, like you put your money on who you think is gonna win.
Yeah.
You don't know odds until all the money's in. So you're
Okay.
basically you're betting on a winner.
Right.
So, say there was like 10 grand worth of bets,
Yeah.
and make it easy, 5 grand is on James's team.
Okay.
That team's gonna pay 2 to 1,
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
and then they give you your odds after that. So so like some of these tournaments you can bet on them without even playing.
Yeah. That's awesome. Do you
How's
have
that?
to be a member in order to bet on them?
Well, you can give me money, and I'll put it in for you. But I was sitting there, I go, who is the degenerate that A, thought of this,
Yeah.
and B, organizes it all?
That's awesome.
Like who's because he said like some of the numbers get pretty big, like
Yeah.
they'll get into 5 digits in bets.
Wow.
I forget which tournament it is, but there's one of them that's big.
Yeah. Huh. Alright. Wow, that's cool. That starts what's your tea time Saturday?
So we don't technically have one. We're gonna play around like 10.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just have to like show up.
Yeah, so they're gonna do tea times for the matches,
Yeah.
but we just have to be there with a threesome. You have to, if you're gonna qualify, you have to be in a group of 3. So
You
we
guys
just
have 4.
figured all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll just do it all.
Okay. That's not bad. Well, speaking of competitions, now I want to make this about me.
I just made it about me for a while.
I signed up. I signed up for a weightlifting competition a few weeks ago.
We didn't discuss this.
Yeah, we discussed it on one of the episodes, and we're 10 days out. When this airs, we're gonna be 8 days out.
That came a little quick.
That happened really fast.
So what? Okay, so is it the 20th?
Yes,
Okay.
Saturday.
That could be a big day of Sarcasm Speaks competitions. You could be competing, I could be competing, maybe not, who knows?
Yeah, it could.
After I get fucking steamrolled in the first round.
So I was in a gym twice all last week.
Did you actually lift? Or did you just enter the gym?
I entered the gym twice last week. Did not do any Olympic lifting at all. I went to the gym twice yesterday. Right? Sounds right. Yeah. Went to the gym twice today. So in the mornings I go into, Fit Factory, that other gym. The other, not your gym. I'll go in, I'll do like my fucking whatever, cardio or dumb bullshit, sit in the sauna and do all that. And then at night after work I go to your gym and then actually lift like real weights. Today I actually did some Olympic lifting. And for the first time in 2 weeks, and my competition is in 10 days.
I'm gonna preface that a little bit. You even know that you're kind of just showing up.
Oh yeah.
Like you're putting in, a 15% effort into this thing.
Yep.
Like Olympic lifting once a week.
Yes. Which, to be fair, that's kind of all I can handle at this point. After doing it literally 6 days a week for 6 years, my body was broken, like severely broken. Like I'm still dealing with shit now, even though I haven't been lifting consistently like that in 3 years. And so whatever, but I touched some heavy weights today. I snatched some numbers that would have qualified me for the American Open, so I feel good about that. 10 days out, that I could just literally stroll in. And when I got in there today, I looked at Jamie, because Jamie was still there, and I was like, bro, this isn't gonna end well. Like, I am really fucking sore. Like, I'm really beat up. Like, the first 2 days back from vacation, and I'm doing fucking double sessions again. Like, I just hopped right back in after going twice all last week. Went twice yesterday, twice today. So it's like I need to take tomorrow off and just fucking chill before I do something stupid. But warmed up, felt alright, kept it going, and
Dude, you almost dropped 40K on your head.
yeah. What? I didn't do that, did I? Oh yeah, I did. You're right. I went to snatch 40 kilos. For the first snatch, it was like fucking Michael Jackson, Twinkle Toes, almost fell forward. It was like, oh boy, that's exactly how you want to start off, right?
So like when you pull a 5-iron on the first tee and you just like kind of top it, and then you have to like another 5-iron into the hole.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Where it's like, it's just nice, easy. Let me just get something out there.
Yep.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I fucked that up. Fucked that up big time. And but no, I did good. I like I said, I snatched numbers that would have were above my qualifying total. So I think I feel good going in there. I know what numbers I'm going to open with. And then I'm literally just going to snatch as much as I can, and then open with, because you can change your opener and clean and jerk or whatever. Technically you can snatch too. Shut up. I'm just going to open with whatever I need to qualify with clean and jerk, which worst case scenario is going to be like 114, which I hit more than that today. So I feel alright. I feel confident. So the whole thing too was like I was trying to qualify for the American Open, which I found out where it was. It's in Daytona Beach.
Yes.
So
I don't think we talked about this on the show, but we did discuss this.
Yeah, and I also found out that I can't go to that one because that's the.
What horrible reason do you have for that?
My former CEO's retirement party is that weekend.
Yeah, that's not a good excuse.
So I kind of have to go to that.
Not a good excuse. Retirement party.
Yeah, but there's like some stuff. I have to be there. I can't not be there. I can't really talk about it on air, but there's some potential movements that could be happening, and I can't not be there. So yeah, that's.
This is also still 2 months away.
Yeah, no, I know.
Fuck, is this what real companies do? Like they have shit planned out. Fucking,
yeah.
They have mayhem planned out 3 months ahead of time.
Well, this guy also has been the CEO for like fucking, I don't know.
No, that's 40
years.
Yeah, again, that's irrelevant. It's not the CEO.
Yeah.
It's not the retirement party.
Yeah.
It's the other bullshit. Like people plan their bullshit out 3 months ahead of time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what real people do.
So seriously, like, they already have planned their bullshit, like being like, what annoying fucking nonsense they're gonna pull.
Well, it's at Grand Links.
No, don't.
It's gonna be a very nice event.
Okay. So you're telling me that there's other things going on. So I'm assuming there's some kind of either politics or bullshit or fucking. You gotta be there for some stupid ass reason.
Well, it's not mandatory that you go.
I know.
I'm saying I personally have to be there.
That's what I'm.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to.
Yes.
Confirm with you.
Yes. I have to be there.
Yeah. So, all this like happy horse shit and fucking whatever, people plan like 3 months ahead of time because you've known about this.
Yeah, I mean it just.
So they just save it, bottle up, like they don't just get it out of the way. Like, hey, this guy's retiring, we're just gonna go X. No, we're gonna wait for the fucking whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works.
That is so fucking.
Welcome
stupid.
to the real world.
That's so fucking stupid.
So I decided. I think what I'm gonna do is shout out to Chris LeBlanc, Monster Chris, not Chris Healy or Sergeant Sexy.
I'm well aware that you're not. When you're speaking of Olympic lifting, you're not talking about Chris Healy.
Yeah, no, I know.
I think we're all on the same.
He said that to me today because I missed one of the weights that I was warming up with, and he goes, "That's not going to get you to qualify." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, man. Like it happens." And then I took the same weight again and then smoked it. And I was like, "It's weird what happens when things are actually in place." Like, but whatever. But shout out to Chris for I think I'm going to go potentially with him in next February to go to the Arnold, and I might lift at the Arnold Classic because that counts as one of the American Opens next year. They're doing it at the Arnold.
So you can defer your entry to that?
Yeah.
Is he already in?
Chris? No. He's also trying to qualify.
At this event?
At this event, yeah. I think. Sorry, Chris. I didn't mean to just throw you under the bus if you were already qualified. But I believe that this competition...
Who's coaching for you? Yourself?
Myself and Chris. I'm going to coach Chris. He's lifting in the session before me.
Okay.
So I'm coaching him, and then he'll probably coach me after.
Is that really? Do they do it like each session is by weight class?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if they threw you all out there based on weights lifted.
So it's all weight class.
So it's okay.
But it also depends on how big the session is. So like my weight class is 81 kilos. So I have the biggest weight class, like entrance wise. So there's 2 platforms at this competition. It's a huge fucking competition. You almost never see 2 platforms outside of a national meet. So normally like they'll have, so like the session before me, Chris's session, it's whatever weight class is below me and then one below that. So he has 2 weight classes of men on one platform and then weight classes of women on the other one. My session is so big that the 81s are lifting on both platforms.
How do they
at the same time?
So do they predetermine who's going to what platform? Because I know the weights have to ascend.
They probably just cut it off at the openers. So like, say there's 40 people lifting in the 81 weight class. They'll take, based off of the openers, they'll take the first 20 and say you guys are on platform 1, and then they'll take 21 through 40 and say you guys are on platform 2. So I might actually get fucked on this, because the worst place to be in like lifting wise is at the very beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Because everything sometimes get rushed. You have to go off of a clock instead of going off of attempts, like counting attempts. This is, shout out to Derek, sup Derek. When it comes in, fuck Matt. Matt doesn't listen to this. So, well, actually he does. He listens sometimes now. But I'm like Rain Man when it comes to coaching and like counting attempts, and like I love it. It like brings me joy.
They play blackjack at these things?
Yeah. No, but like that's kind of what it is. You have to like learn and guess and figure out like, oh, this person's at this number, and then figure out their attempts from there. Like in order to count how many attempts out you are from that, I fucking love that shit. But you get fucked at the very beginning because then you have to go off the clock. That's it. Like it sucks. But I'm not typically really ever in the beginning of my weight class because I'm not a bitch, or I'm not also like 90, or I'm also not just starting in the sport. Like I'm pretty well into it. However, in this case, there is a solid chance that I am going to be smack dab in the middle of my weight class. Which, again, in my scenario of 40 people lifting, if my opener is like 23, then, or even like, you know, I guess it would be like 17 would be the one, because that would be on platform 2. So I'm on the heavier platform, but I'm the third one going on platform 2. So it's like you almost kind of get fucked if you're right in the middle.
Do you think you can medal this thing?
I don't.
Okay.
My knee-jerk reaction was no.
Okay.
I was about to say no. I'm not going in to try and medal.
You're just going in to qualify.
To post a total.
So truthfully, outside of the logistics of knowing when to go and not missing your time on the attempt,
right,
it truly, in a way, doesn't matter for what you want to accomplish.
Right.
But if you're feeling good that day and you want to try to fucking get a place.
Yeah, if I go out there and I absolutely start tossing weight around, I might even bump up my opener on my snatch and then just say, fuck it, let's have some fun. Because I mean, I looked at
but really the time so outside of being ready for your first attempt, it doesn't actually matter unless you decide that you're going to try to place.
Right. So that's the other thing too. If it turns out that like I have a shot to podium, and I might also then change my approach. Like I might hit my opener, know that whatever, fuck, no one in the weightlifting world listens to this. I didn't want to like talk about my numbers and like give away my fucking strategy and numbers, but I don't give a fuck. No one at that competition is gonna listen to this.
That's what you're concerned
about? Yes.
Or just make up numbers. Who gives a fuck?
So like if hypothetically, my plan was to open at 85 kilos on the snatch, and then that would mean I need to post a 199 total. So that would mean I would have to hit a 114 clean and jerk. If my 85 kilo snatch is like 7th from the top, I might just say, okay, I'm gonna open at 88, and instead of going 85, 90, 95, I might go 88, 97, 102.
Can't you bump up unlimited?
You get 2.
Oh, that's it?
Bump up, yeah. You can only bump up twice.
Oh, I guess because then you could just go up by, that'd be super annoying.
Yeah.
You just go up by 1 over.
Yeah. So like that's what I said. Like if the weights are absolutely flying around that day, I might just say, well, I mean, I'm pretty close. So my big thing is I'm going to hit my opener. Like I need to hit that in order to even post the total. So then I'll just have some fun with it, and then be like, if I'm close, then I'll give it a whirl. But I don't care about medaling. Literally, you saw the fucking box of medals and trophies we had when we moved. Like I threw all of those out.
Yeah.
I don't care about those. Not to like fucking pat myself on the back or anything, but I got a lot of medals and trophies when I was lifting. locally, at least. Most of them were Derek's, but still, I had a bunch too. Like it's whatever. I just want to get to the big meat.
Big meat.
Big meat.
No, yeah. And it's the same thing with like some of these golf qualifiers too. It's like, man, I'd really like to qualify so I get to go play whatever course. Not because I think I can win or because I'm gonna medal or.
Right. Right. Obviously, it's nice to win, and it'd be nice to podium. Especially like if I had the chance to podium, then like being out of the sport for over 3 years, that would be pretty cool.
Just to show some people up.
Yeah. I literally.
Oh, how hard did you train for this?
So I. Yeah, because I haven't done shit for 3 fucking years. So I looked up my last competition on my fucking membership. It was in March of 2016.
That's over 3 years, yeah.
That's over 3 years. It'll be 3 years and 4 months between competitions. So if I just like stroll in, I could also potentially hit numbers that are relatively close to that. I totaled 228 in that meet in 2016. If I stroll in and I hit let's say I hit 95 and 120.
215.
That's 215. That's 13 kilos off of my last competition over 3 years ago without really ever training. Like
it's good. It almost makes lifting 6 days a week seem worth it.
Right? That's what Tony said to me before. He was like, because we were talking when I was up there one time, and I was saying like, you know, my squats never dropped off because even though I stopped Olympic lifting, like I've always been in the gym doing something and squatting and deadlifting and doing whatever. And he was like, yeah, doesn't it make you realize how shitty your program was back in the day? Like it literally didn't matter what the fuck you did. Like you could still show up and snatch something and clean and jerk something and be okay at it. And I was like, yeah, well, when you put it that way, I guess that makes sense. But so yeah, that's next Saturday on the 20th. That should be interesting.
Yeah, hopefully it's a Sarcasm Speaks weekend of competition.
Yeah, hopefully it's the sarcastic sweep.
Yeah, I'll be on the final 4 that day, Saturday.
Yeah,
hopefully.
That'll be good.
But really, I need to play okay Saturday and win 1 match. That's not hard.
Right.
But anything can fucking happen. I would have struggled to break 90 on Sunday. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Actually, I do know how.
Yeah.
I was trying to hit a cut and not doing it the right way.
You weren't doing the Arnold Palmer thing at the end.
Okay, you're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning. He used to like helicopter it.
Yeah.
To hit the cut.
Yeah.
Which Patrick Reed is doing at the Masters.
Yeah. Tired has done that before too.
Yeah, he holds off the follow through.
Yeah.
But he's also done some fucked up hold offs.
Yeah.
Like that one out of the bunker, I think it was earlier this year.
Yeah.
Insane. But
must be nice to be the greatest that ever was.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it's okay.
I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't suck.
Oh
God, it's like imagine just going out there and like doing having a golf ball do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
And not just like.
I don't think I actually could imagine that. Never had that happen.
I had
not even by accident.
So I had that going. Honestly, I had that going a little bit when I was playing on Friday.
Yeah.
I was still making money. I couldn't putt to save my life, but it was like a little bit like, okay, well, I'm gonna have this ball, not really draw, but just kind of stay straight. Did it. Okay, I'm gonna cut this ball in. Did it. But then I was like, oh no, a snap hook.
Oh shit.
Oh no, a push fucking cut.
Didn't mean to do that.
Push slice. Yuck.
Yeah.
That's how I got this poison ivy.
Oh man. Actually, so I'm gonna give another shout out to the other Chris, Sergeant Sexy. We gotta get him on too. We gotta just like call him up and just get him on the show. He's got some good shit. He messaged me the other day and was talking about Stranger Things. He's got some great hot takes about Stranger Things. I don't know if he's finished it. Well, by the time this comes out, he may have finished it by now. But Chris, hit me up. Let's see if we can figure out something, and we'll call you in because I know you're up in fucking New Hampshire. But he had a really good question. and he said that was there or is there a movie or like something that like impacted your life or like changed your attitude about something?
That's way too deep of a question.
What'd you say, Jamie?
That's way too deep of a question.
Okay, so because I want to answer it, and I'm not giving this I haven't given this a ton of thought, but I do want to answer the question. Keep it going.
Yeah.
And let me finish. But Caddyshack.
Yes.
Every time I watch it, I really, really want to go play golf because I used to watch it like in the summers and like when we were on so if it was like summer break, like we would watch Caddyshack, we would watch Happy Gilmore, we would watch some of those things, and then we would go play like the next day or that day, or we'd watch it after we just went and played. So in terms of like impacting, so if you're looking for something deep or something like truly really meaningful, I would probably have to give it more thought and not just do it on the fly like I'm gonna, and kind of like filling a little bit of time, so maybe you can think of something. But even to this day, if I watch Caddyshack, all I really want to do is go play golf, and it goes back to when I was like in middle school, and I was at I can picture it now. It's like I was at my buddy's house, I was at Owen's house, and we would watch it, and then we were really going to go play the next day, or we just came back from playing, or we were going later that day or something. Because you all know how crazy I am about golf, so.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I thought you hated the sport.
I'm actually a bowler.
You wear bowlers?
Sure. But yeah, no, I would actually have to put in some like real thought to see if a movie has like actually like.
Yeah. I think it's a really good question. I guess it came up. I actually haven't been listening to podcasts at all. I've just completely stopped over like the last month. Like since the summer has been here, I've just exclusively been listening to music. But I guess Chris was saying that it came up on one of the episodes of Fighter and the Kid. So he said it was really good when they started talking about it. I haven't listened to it, so I don't know what they said. But I've thought about it actually before this, and like I can't really think of like a good movie that like changed my life about something. Like there are movies like this is gonna at the risk of sounding fucking again like a fucking loser, but movies like The Gladiator and 300 like get me fired up to like do stuff. Like they get me inspired. Like if I'm feeling shitty about something, or like I'm feeling really lazy and I watch like 300 or I watch Gladiator or I watch something like that, I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm a lazy fucking piece of shit. I need to go do something. Like I'm just gonna go fucking weed whack the yard and like go build something. Like that's just like what happens. It like I just get inspired by shit like that. But like, or like I need to go to the gym for the third time today. You know, but I can't really think of a movie. The closest thing I got, without getting like super deep, again, this is for like the message, not for that I thought it was a great cinematic piece. But Patch Adams, I thought was a really good movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched. It's Robin Williams as the Doctor, right?
Yeah,
I've
it catches some flack. Like it's obviously not one of his best movies, but like the message that comes from that is to like care about people and always put other people first, and like there's more to helping people than just, you know, prescribing medicine. Like that's kind of like his whole shtick in that. And like I think again I've thought about this for like a couple days now, and like I couldn't really come up with anything, but I think outside, like I said, of like the 300 Gladiator type shit just to get inspired. But Patch Adams was one that popped up that was like, again, I think the message was good. Again, not necessarily that I thought it should have fucking won an Oscar, but, you know.
Yeah, for me, movies are tough because the movies I enjoy are either comedies,
right,
they're action,
Same.
or they're a couple random things. Like Rounders is one of my favorite movies, but I'm not gonna Yeah, okay, so the first time I watched Rounders, I learned how to deal off the bottom, but that's not a fucking... It doesn't change my life in any way.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know how many, like, deep
but I can,
movies I've watched.
I can find it in music.
Yeah.
And I don't know if everybody can.
Yeah.
And I know I've gone on my music rants.
So Goo Goo Dolls?
Well, Goo Goo Dolls is tough because Goo Goo Dolls is nothing specifically. It was just I listened to a lot of Goo Goo Dolls when my brother died.
Right.
So that's why, like,
right.
if it's late and I've been drinking, then, you know,
yeah.
I fucking lose my shit a little bit.
Did I talk about that on the show, or did I just tell you when I went down the rabbit hole after you and Jamie went to bed and I was drinking by myself?
I don't know if that was on the show.
And I ended up somehow on, like, Luca Pavarotti, and then found my way to Andrea Bocelli. And I'm, like, sitting on the couch listening to Andrea Bocelli sing Ave Maria and just fucking started crying. And was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? What am I doing? I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm trashed listening to Andrea Bocelli. But goddamn, that guy can fucking sing. And that version of Ave Maria, oh man, he fucking nailed it. It was something about, like, his voice just fucking hit me. Like, it's Latin? Or it's Italian? Ave Maria?
I think, so I don't know, because I know Conte Partiro is in Italian, which is the song from Step Brothers that Will Ferrell sang at the end.
Right.
But
so Ave Maria is, it's the Hail Mary prayer.
I think he can sing in multiple languages, though.
Yeah, because he is Italian.
Yes.
But I think the actual song itself is in Latin. Like, I believe Ave Maria is Latin for the prayer, the literal prayer that they turned into a song of Hail Mary. But, goddamn, that guy's fucking voice, man, it just hit me. Like, I was literally, like, fine, just listening to fucking music, and all of a sudden, like, whatever version I found, he just started ripping, and I was like, oh my god, his voice is beautiful. So
a little weird. Gotta say, a little weird.
I'm not saying it's not weird. As I just throw that bottle right on the ground.
Yeah, no, I can definitely. It's like, but again, like, I don't know, life changing or like really meaningful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can find meaning in a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's like a lot, cause like, so even I was at my grandmother's not too long ago, and I came up with like 40 billion fucking tattoo ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I can find meaning in anything, and I can spin stuff.
Right.
And that's like, I guess, my artistic outreach in a way, because
autistic outreach.
I can't, cause I can't draw, can't sing.
Yeah.
God forbid you ask me to paint or something.
You would think it was done by someone with autism.
you would hope someone with autism didn't do that work. So
you can play the guitar though.
I can play a guitar.
Yeah.
But I have to rely on other people for like the actual artistic work. I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's definitely. I would say there's not a movie for me. And then with music, I can find so if you're looking for meaningful, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for life changing or life altering or life influencing, I don't think I can. Outside of the first, like, I know the first song I listened to that brought me closer to the death metal side of music, but that's not really life. It's just music taste.
Right. Yeah, I think music maybe for me would be Dave Matthews Band. Like Dave, I just got back into it and started listening to. He actually came out with a new album recently, and but for maybe like a year and a half, I hadn't really listened to anything from Dave. But I was huge into Dave Matthews. I went to every single concert when he came to Mansfield or Fenway, whenever he was here in Massachusetts, from my sophomore year in high school until my junior year in college. So I was like he was a huge part of music for me at that time and for most of my life. Again, I kind of fell off in the last year and a half, but I'm back listening to him and his stuff now. But I think his stuff would probably be like what you were just describing for you, for me, as like an influence. And again, I don't know if it changed.
That's the thing is like if you, it's funny though because it's like if you take this stuff away,
yeah,
I don't know if anything changes.
yeah,
It's like the old debate, like so like when we were in high school, I remember this all the time. It's like, oh, I couldn't live without my iPod.
yeah.
Well, you made it fucking 14 years, so how'd you do it?
Right, exactly.
So it's like, I can't say there's been like one thing, one movie, one artist, one song,
right,
that's really changed anything. And if I look back and it's like, wow, if I never saw that movie, I'd be like a completely different person. So I can't say that there's one.
Yeah. Oh,
in that
fair.
sense, but I can definitely find meaning. So it's like I can find meaning, I can find motivation, I can find all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I can look back and say, wow, if I never saw this one movie. Outside of Office Space, Happy Gilmore, The Big Lebowski, and Super Troopers, like outside of those movies, because I mostly speak in movie quotes.
Yeah.
So then my speech would be vastly different had I never seen those.
You might speak in more actual words.
I may actually create conversation and not just anytime I talk to anybody, throw out some kind of obscure movie quote that no one probably knows,
right.
effectively ending the conversation.
Yeah, but I thought that was a good question. It's interesting, for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if there are people out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like okay, so I can see because so like I know that there's a lot of bands that either talk about either self-harm or suicidal thoughts or drug addiction.
Yeah.
I've never had to deal with any of those things, and if someone has and hears that song,
right.
and then all of a sudden like they fucking find the light or whatever,
Yeah.
I can absolutely see that.
Yeah.
Movies could be the same way, like they could absolutely relate to something.
Absolutely, yeah.
I could see it, it's just
Do you have, when you hear certain songs, do you think of like different people in your life?
Not really.
It happens to me all the time. Like, I pair certain songs with certain people, and like, if I don't hear a song for like, whatever, 6 months, 9 months, a year, and then I hear the song again, I immediately am like, oh shit, that reminds me of fucking Steve. You know, or like, that reminds me of fucking, like this song, I equate songs with people for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like, around the time, like it's admittedly mostly with females.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was gonna say, like again, so some of those same topics, had I known someone
right.
that was dealing with that same shit,
yeah,
then I was like, oh yeah, this song reminds me of this person,
right.
whatever. I was gonna say also, depending on your relationship history, that would definitely.
Yeah, and I think it's more along the lines of like, it's a song that like, that girl showed me or introduced me to, so then I equate that with her. Like, she put on this song and it was super catchy, and then I don't listen to it for a long time, and then I hear it again and I'm like, oh, that's fucking Susie. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like what my brain does. That's apparently how my brain makes connections to things.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little autistic.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that angle, but again, it's like you would have to know.
So like to this day,
dude, I'll also say, like, readily admit, dude, straight white males from, you know, a perfectly fine upbringing doesn't always bring about the subject matter.
Yeah.
That would really be kind of impactful.
Yeah.
You would have had to see some shit.
Yeah.
Or have done some shit.
Yeah.
Which, again, it just it's not a bad thing that you like. It's not again. No one's gonna argue it's not such a bad thing that you've never dealt with any like kind of like real, true, personal self-sabotage or tragedy or something like that outside of loved ones dying. Like,
right.
But it's easier. It is easier to find meaning or find relation or find stuff like that if you have experienced things like that.
Yeah. But like, so what I was gonna say is, for example, to this day, the song "Everything You Want" by Vertical Horizon.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the summer of 8th grade. I had the biggest fucking crush on this girl. Her name was Alex. It was a her. But then I got fucking shut down, and then she went to a different high school, and I went to Medford High, and she ended up going to private school, and I was like, like, you're in 8th grade, so I was, 14? So you're like, you have this crush on a girl, and then, you know, you're never gonna see her again, and then it's like that. So, like, every time I hear that song, I, like, immediately go back to, like, summer of 8th grade going into high school. Like, that's what that song does.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. Like, I remember where I heard certain songs, or I remember, like, doing dumb shit with certain songs, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal.
But I do that literally all the fucking time. Like, there are certain songs...
Well, I would say there's also part of me, the music I listen to, usually listening to by myself.
Yeah. So, this is actually funny. I just found out that she listens to the show, so shout out to Jenna. What's up, Jenna? She messaged me talking about other things today. And so she showed me a song that's, it was by, like, who the fuck's the guy's name? John Bellion or whatever. I think the song is, like, Guillotine. Literally haven't listened to it in fucking forever. And it came on the radio, or I think it was the radio or my random, like, Spotify shit, maybe like 2 months ago. And then I was like, holy shit, this song reminds me of Jenna. And then I looked and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's because she showed me this song. Yes.
Yikes.
We're apparently writing
We're creating messages because we're still in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
I'm writing messages before I say something real stupid. like real dumb.
That's not in the nature of the show.
No. There's dumb and then there's like real dumb.
Yeah, there's like sticking your foot in your mouth and then there's sticking your foot up your own ass. But yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like there are certain songs like that they just pop up, and then that I don't know. Like that's my fucking apparently my retarded brain. That's how I'm.
Well, no. Because.
But that's what I mean. Like I do that for literally. No, I don't want to say everybody because that's way exaggerated. But like for a lot of people, it's like, oh shit, okay.
What's my song?
Fucking I don't know, something from literally anything from the Punkos Pop album
or Our Last Night.
Yeah, like that stuff, which I was listening to today.
JD was asking about that today.
Big mood today, because again my whole fucking mental state being off. It was a big Punkos Pop day today. I was like, fuck this, I don't want to listen to anything but like, it's not angry, but like it's harder. Like I needed something harder to like get me through the day. So, when was JD in? Because I sent a picture of that to him while I was in the car, and it was I think it's Pierce the Veil.
Yeah.
Sings a cover of Blank Spaces by Taylor Swift.
I Prevail might.
Oh, I Prevail, yeah. And then, so I took a picture of that and sent it to him on Snapchat, and I was like, weird, it's not Friday, and it's not T Swift.
Yeah, I don't know what the rules stand on that one. Yeah, no, I Prevail does a good one of Blank Spaces. I think Our Last Night also does one. So I think actually Our Last Night does one of every fucking song. So
seriously.
So anything that came out Punkos Pop, I think Our Last Night has also done.
Yeah. They're really good.
But they also continue doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas some of these bands have kind of stopped.
Yeah.
But actually, there's also Ghost Killer Entertainment that covers the songs too. But then you start to get some kind of all the same.
Yeah. my brain is a very strange place. It's constantly running at like 1,000 miles an hour. Like I feel like I probably, it's kind of probably useless at this point, but I probably should have been medicated at some point. Hey, just throw that phone anywhere. I probably should have been medicated at some point for like something, because like I constantly think about like 4 things at once, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm making fucking connections of people with songs. Like I equate people with music.
That's not. I don't think that's as weird as you think it is.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, I guess I'll get up on my high horse for a second. With my music and the people that listen to my music, they do find even like a little bit, not like a ton, not life changing, but like a little bit of higher meaning in some of the songs. So like things are a little bit more meaningful. Mm-hmm. They do get tattoos of the lyrics. They get tattoos of the band logo. They wear the fucking shirts. Like they do those things. It's not that weird when you get into meaningful music. Now, if it's the current hip hop and rap garbage that no one can actually relate to, then you're pretty much just listening for the enjoyment. You're not gonna find anything out of it. Yeah. Because you can't. Yeah. Like it's just unrelatable.
Yeah, we've talked about that before on the show. Like the white 14-year-old from Easton can't relate to what fucking 50 Cent is saying about getting shot 9 times and like selling drugs and growing up in the hood. Like you can't relate to that. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can enjoy the music and you can appreciate it and you can be attracted to like the melody and that sort of stuff, but like you can't relate to that. Nope. You're a white 14-year-old from fucking suburban Massachusetts.
You've maybe seen a joint in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, I mean, that's that. Wanna wrap this up?
Yeah.
Got a final thought?
Yeah.
What do you got?
So at what point do the trades and military make a comeback? And this is based off the idea that college is insanely expensive.
The trades and
so like
military.
Yeah, trades.
I thought you said what point do trades in military? And I'm like, wait, when did the military used to make trades? What are we trading? Are we trading like Air Force for Army? Are we trading like guns for bombs? Like what kind of trades are we making here?
Whatever trades you want, everything's on the table. No, trades.
Again, this is my brain.
Yeah. Well, dude, fucking up here, a lot going on, none of it good. Yeah. No, I was thinking this because so obviously we deal with a lot of parents that have kids going to school, and obviously our kids are going to school. Yeah. And it is just ridiculous. Oh, it's insane. How much some of this is starting to cost. Yeah. And then I was even talking with a client yesterday, and I'm almost like, some majors are almost off limits at this point. Yeah. Like, why would you go into exercise science and get into, say, $50,000 worth of debt? Oh, is that it?
You mean me? No, I'm more than that.
So, okay.
But so I have 6 years under my belt. I have a master's degree.
Sure. So
2 extra years.
Yeah, but didn't you have a GA?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay.
I still have to pay.
No, okay, that's a different.
Come on, dude, you're talking about me and Derek living together. We were like, oh wait, you mean we get free money? Yeah, sure, I'll take that. Yeah,
you two are awesome.
Sup, Derek? We had fun.
No, okay, so let's just say like someone goes to a $50,000 school, which is becoming the norm.
Yes, it is approaching the norm, yeah.
And they leave with 125 in debt. They maybe paid off 75 of that. Yeah. Maybe. How do you recover that as fucking in the fitness industry?
You don't.
You literally don't.
That's why I'm not in it anymore.
So even if you got like a real job, that paid well, like how do you pay off 7 years of medical school? Yeah. Or 6 years of law school?
Also, part of the reason, not exclusively the reason, but it is a nice benefit to work for a nonprofit, because after 10 years of working at a nonprofit and making consecutive payments on your loans and obviously never missing one, it gets forgiven. However, the caveat.
The debt or the interest?
The debt. However, yeah. So the caveat there is the difference gets taxed as income.
Yes, it does.
So,
of course it does.
say at 10 years from now, if I have, let's call it $20,000 left on my loans, my federal loans, they go poof, disappear. I never have to pay them again.
But you're gonna get hit
But
for eight grand on your taxes.
I get taxed. No, I get taxed as if I made an extra $20,000.
That's what I mean.
So
40% of
right.
20 grand.
So that could potentially bump me up one, if not more likely 2 tax brackets. So in that 1 year I would get fucked. But it is what it is. At least I wouldn't have to pay it. I'd be interested. I don't have the time or the capability or the interest really to sit down and like do the math out to
it's
see
easy. I
like,
just did it for you. You pay 8 to get rid of 20.
Right.
So you have to have it.
Yeah.
But
right.
You get a loan for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, so I'm almost like at what point are people gonna either start going military or military?
Yeah.
I guess residuals, like whatever the National Guard is considered. Like, because if you say military, if people don't consider the National Guard, the Coast Guard, and those people, like I'm lumping all of that together.
Oh yeah, no. Absolutely.
Armed forces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So between all of that, and then people just saying, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll learn something."
Yeah.
And going into a trade.
Well, it's like it's not to sound like fucking Confucius over here, but it's like everything else in life. It's like the pendulum swings, and it always swings back and forth, and things come back into balance.
Well, I was about to call it a market correction.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many people are actually going into the trades. I assume it's less.
Way less. Like the average age, I think of. I heard this. This was on the news like one of the mornings I was in the gym, but it was like 4 or 5 months ago. So now I'm literally making this number up. But the average age of like an electrician in the United States, I think, is somewhere in the vicinity of like 51 or like 52, which isn't good.
No.
You don't want that. So eventually, I think everything will correct itself. Like kids will start realizing, oh, you mean I don't have to go to college? And I can go to a trade school and learn how to be an electrician or a plumber or like a diesel mechanic or literally anything like that,
HVAC.
and be making $80,000 a year when I'm 21 instead of paying out $80,000 a year to some school that's just gonna fucking rape me for my money and not really teach me a ton.
Well, I think certain jobs are just gonna be off limits.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be able to be a psych major.
No.
Like
No.
you're never gonna make enough money to pay that back.
Nope.
Like your exercise science might die as a college major.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible.
Well, it wasn't that popular either.
No. It might get kicked to trade schools. You know what I mean? Like there are some there's like MTTI, which is a local school. It's a tech school that offers a certificate in personal training. Yeah. So like that might start to become more of the way, which bodes fan-fucking-tastically for the fitness industry. Make it even less legitimate than it is now. We were just bitching about this in a previous episode about fucking certification.
Yeah, the barrier to entry and whatever.
Barrier to entry. But I mean, whatever. But I think that's a great question. I think eventually, like I said, things will correct itself.
So then question, follow up. Does college ever become affordable, or does it just keep going up and up and up and up?
Yeah, it does. I think it's
as
in
it comes down in price,
yes.
or
yep.
Okay.
So I think what's going to happen is eventually what happened with the housing crisis in 2008 is going to happen with student loans. So I would say within the next 10 to 15 years, something major is going to happen, and there's going to be the bubble that bursts. Because you think about it right now, college started to become really popular, call it like mid-90s. And then by the time we were going to college, and at the end of
It was the norm.
At the end of 2000s, we'll call it, like from 08 to 2010. Which is when literally.
Wow, weird. Why'd you
we
pick
went to
those
college.
years?
It's so that was like, you're not going to college. Why would you? You can't.
Oh, when
you
my
can't not go to
when my
college.
guidance counselor.
Yeah.
When I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going to a trade. She goes, hey, if you want to go to a trade, I'm not signing off on it.
Right.
And then you can't go.
Right. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go be a locksmith. And my whole fucking family, because this is what my dad did, and he made decent money. And my entire fucking family was like, you're not going to be a fucking locksmith. You're too smart for that. And I was like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really want to go to college.
My guidance counselor literally told me, she goes, yeah, if you want to go to a trade school, I will not sign your papers.
Yeah. So, I think, again, you call it from, it started to become popular in 95. So, the people that went to college in 95, if we backtrack here, were born in 78. So that would make them 41 right now. So there are 40-year-olds right now that still have student loan debt, potentially. It probably didn't get bad until us. So what I'm trying to forecast is us. When we are 40, we are still going to have, some people are still going to have student loan debt. So when you have a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds that have student loan debt, that aren't buying new houses and aren't buying cars, and they're not being able to put their money into stuff because they still have student loan debt, and oh yeah, by the way, on top of that student loan debt, they also added in a few kids, somewhere between 25 and 35, let's call it. So now, like, they're literally strapped for money at 50 years old. Like, shit's gonna hit the fan. So at some point, that bubble is gonna burst. Everything's gonna fucking crumble again. The economy's gonna tank. It's literally gonna be 08 all over again. And then I think as a result, whoever is in charge at that time is gonna have to do something and just do a drastic, like, loan forgiveness program. Like, everyone that finished college before the year, we're forecasting 15 years from now. So if they say, like, everyone that finished college before 2015, your debt is gone. Just so they can get that money flowing from the older people. Because that's what's gonna happen. Things are just gonna fall apart.
Should be a cash price for school.
Yeah.
Like if Bridgewater was like, okay, so if you need to finance this thing, it's $25 a year.
Right.
If you pay us cash, it's $13.
Right. So again, here we go. We're back into this education thing. And it's the end of the episode. We have to do maybe when Chris gets on, I'll get into education, because I'm really interested to see what he has to think, because I feel like he might feel similarly that I do. But I fucking hate the education system in this country, and more than just that, I hate the way college works. I hate the fucking system, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it right now. One of these episodes I'll remember to bring it up when it's not the end of the episode. But yeah, I think, to answer your question, I think military and trades are going to make it out of that. That was a very long-winded way to say yes.
Yes. I'll say I actually think it's going to be trades more than military, because I think people are too much of pussies
Oh yeah, for sure.
to go military. So military enrollment will probably stay real similar.
Yeah,
I don't know why, I can't believe like why you wouldn't, but
right. I mean, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would have went into the military.
yeah, I don't.
Just would have made sense.
See, I never
Because
really.
then I could have still went to college.
Well, college was
And
still
got it paid for from the GI Bill.
college was still moderately affordable though. So I think because I went in 08,
Yeah.
or I graduated in 08,
Yeah.
I bought myself 2 years of reasonable
Yeah.
college, because it went from like my first year was like 13 grand to live there.
Yeah. My first year, 2 years later, was 16.
Yeah, but it went from 13 to 20
Oh yeah.
in 4 years.
Yeah. And
I don't know what the increase is on that.
I went from
but
16 to 22
yeah.
in 4 years.
So actually, mine went up more.
Yeah.
Mine went up 7 grand in that time.
Yeah.
So I think like I almost bought myself 2 years of 13 before it really jumped up because of the whole housing thing.
Right.
And now it's just like just feast. We're just gonna feast on you.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But yeah, I never honestly I never thought military. I don't know why I did. My grandfather served, so.
Yeah, my grandfather did too. That was a big.
But you know what? I think it's because my father was good with trades and good with working and labor and stuff like that. I think that's why my head went there.
Yeah, part of it too for me was I don't want to say I wasn't allowed to, because at the end of the day, I'm also the type of person that doesn't give a fuck. Like I would have done whatever I wanted to do anyway. But because I had expressed interest in the military because my grandfather served in World War II, and then I think because my dad had died young and I was an only child, everyone was like, you can't go in there. Like my whole family was like, you're not allowed to go into the military. Like they pretty much, again, I mean, I was young, I was 17. If anyone tries to tell me what to do now, I'm just kind of laughing in the face, but.
Pretty much just do the opposite.
Yeah, I literally would just do the opposite.
Don't jump off that bridge. I'm going.
Yeah, but at 17, it's a little bit harder to do that. Like they pretty much, like my plan was to either go be a locksmith or join the military and then figure it out later. And they were like, yeah, you're not allowed to do either of those. You have to go to college. Which, I mean, in hindsight, I get why they did it, because they wanted me to be able to move on and be successful. And like at that time, like that's what college was touted as. 10 years later, we know the truth.
I'm studying exercise science. Oh,
yeah.
Wrong. You should have went to the military.
Yeah, exactly.
Knock some sense in you.
So, but I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I always struggle with that. I don't regret really going to college because I had fun when I was there. But I shouldn't have gone. I couldn't afford to go. I'm still fucking paying it back, like I'm in tens of thousands of dollars of debt. 27 years old. But, whatever. My final thought.
The final thought.
Is it would you rather? Like this, while I was in the shower earlier, I was thinking of like, oh, it would be like a really funny would you rather. I'm like, that's really fucked up. Again, my dumbass brain. Would you rather only ever get pegged by a female, or only ever fuck dude butt for the rest of your life?
Woof. I mean,
I know what I'm doing, and I know why. I can justify it.
I might be fucking man ass.
Yeah, that's
because at least like I'm getting something from that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
My thought was I would have to fuck dude butt for the rest of my life, because then at least I would finish and get enjoyment from it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy, a little butt stuff every now and then.
Hey, as Vinny said.
Yeah, a hole is a hole. You want to stick your fingers around or do whatever. Like, hey, I ain't gonna stop you, but to get pegged for the rest of my life and never, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Wait, if we're gonna do a pros and cons, if we're gonna do a Venn diagram of this.
Yeah, it's like get pegged by a girl.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of pros to that.
A pro would be like you enjoy it. Another pro would be.
But that's if you enjoy it.
It's a girl, which I don't hate it.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life, it could potentially get old. And then that's it. It's girl, and then I don't mind it. The other one, it's like, yeah, it's super gay, but
it is sex.
It's sex, and you get to blow your load.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the point.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm on the same fucking wavelength on you on that one.
Yeah. I thought that was a good one.
We would need to. I would be interested to find someone who's like, oh, I'll get pegged. Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Homophobia, obviously, but
yeah, that could potentially be it. I ain't gonna fuck no guy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many pros to that one.
No.
I'm only seeing one pro to the other one, but
Yeah. But that
it outweighs. It's a 1-0 fucking.
it's
battle.
it's a very big pro.
Yeah.
It's weighted.
Yeah.
Weighted very heavily. Right?
Yep.
I was proud of that when I thought of that. I was like, I think that's a good one.
The only thing is, I don't. See, that's my thing is I don't know if anyone would take the other side.
There's definitely someone that would. Even
if
if
you
it's
would
not
take
a
the other
homophobic-
side, shoot us a DM.
Yeah, hop in the DMs. You can find us at Sarcasm Speaks Pod on Instagram. Just do it. Maybe I'd throw that one on the poll as an Instagram story. Would you rather get pegged by a girl or fuck a dude in the ass for the rest of your life?
I feel like that's gonna be hard to fit in the box. On the poll.
Maybe I'll put it in text above, and then in the poll ones just say
1, 2.
1, 2. That'll be a good one. I'll toss it up there. So that's gonna do it for us. You can find us on Instagram, like I just said, at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. You can find us on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks. We're on the YouTubes where you're watching right now, hopefully. So while you're here, you're going to want to go click that subscribe button and subscribe to our channel, because that would be phenomenal. And also, wherever you're listening, make sure you're subscribed too. We're spreading. We're spreading, man. We're like over 50 at this point.
Podbean's fucking crushing it.
Podbean's hooking it up. We've got shout out to the 2 listeners in Kenya. You guys are fucking awesome. And those other 2 people in India, like hopefully you guys are still fucking listening. That's fucking cool as shit, man. Like we're international as fuck right now. we're on 3 continents, I think. I think that's what that is.
Africa, Asia, North America.
Yeah. We're not in Europe yet, somehow. How? I don't know.
Is it because we make fun of British people all the time?
Probably. I don't think we're in South America yet either. But I don't think South America people listen to podcasts. now
Have
it's
we hit
someone.
Australia yet?
I don't think so.
That's lame. So what is
Yeah.
it? So 3 continents?
3 continents, yeah, 3 out of 7. We're almost batting 50%. That's solid.
Is Antarctica still a continent, or did they change that too?
Oh shit, yeah, I think it is.
Well, that doesn't count because people don't live there.
Yeah, all right, true.
That's
So
penguin.
3 out of 6.
3 out of 6,
Yeah,
50%.
yeah. Penguins definitely don't listen to podcasts.
No, but I would absolutely hang out with penguins.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but like I said, we appreciate the fuck out of you guys, and I challenge you, you 2 in Kenya and you 2 in India. Let's get it to 4. Let's double up. Let's get 4 people in Kenya and 4 people in India. So you guys just have to tell 1 person each to listen to the show.
Preferably one that doesn't have malaria.
Or dysentery.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone who's gonna stick around for a while.
Yeah, let's do that. I like
Fast one that's not gonna get eaten by a lion.
We might have just lost.
Is this how we build a
Yeah.
fucking? Is this how we build listeners?
I think so.
Insult them.
I think this is how it works. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. If they made it and subscribed and actually like pay attention.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, you know the drill.
It's
We make
fair.
fun of ourselves.
Yeah.
insanely.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Yep. That's the name of the show is Sarcasm Speaks. If you can't get down with it, don't fucking listen.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no one is forcing you to listen to this.
But if they are, let us know why.
Yeah. It's used as a torture device in fucking it's actually like Wakanda.
I'd be down for Wakanda.
Yeah, I'd take a trip. I'd go.
They can get us a flight right there, right?
Yeah, they'll just send one of those fancy little ships.
Yeah, I like that.
But so yeah, we can get the fuck out of here. But thanks everybody for listening. Again, I said where you can find us. Y'all know you're great. We love you guys. Until next time. Good night.